Okay, well, welcome from all the way around the world. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. We do know there's some holidays going on, so Mena might want to say something about that.
So I wanted to say thank you to all those in South Africa that are on the Zoom, that are joining us this evening, because I know that it's usually family time and things like that, but you won't be disappointed. We're going to try and keep this at an hour at least, or under an hour if we can. We are going to mute everybody because we want to get through this as quick as we can, without just going to mute all and then okay. And
There we go. Yep.
if you have invited someone and you do not see them on yet, please do message them. Let them know we are getting started right now. And we are here, Greg and I are out of Florida in the USA. We are not medical professionals at all, but we are here to share some good news about this amazing product. It looks like the size of a 5-rand coin. We'd like everybody to stay muted if you don't mind. Okay, sorry about that. I'm admin as well. So a 5-rand coin or a quarter. And honestly, just like this lady, if you've not been patched, you're going to want to get patched. And the results are phenomenal. We know a lot of you on here that have had great results. We're going to be sharing a really good testimony from a lady who has, it just blows us away. So stay on. You'll not be disappointed, like I said. And we're also not here to tell you that this actually mitigates anything or it's going to, do a miracle straight away. But we do know that our friends and family that are using this around the world are getting great results.
Yep. I just was at a dentist and they actually, I was asking her, she works in the office, and said, so you're using the patch? She said, yeah. She goes, I love it. She goes, actually, she had a lot of challenges with numbness in her fingertips and also in her feet because she's had challenges with sugar levels and different things like that. And she said within days that was gone. And I'm like, wow, she didn't even know about my story. So just to give you an idea, when we heard about this, I had challenges because I was in a car accident back in 2016 that damaged my neck, my shoulder, my back. Someone plowed the back of my car. And then I developed a knee injury from an exercise that we did. And then months later developed hip challenges. So long story short, I was a mess. I had challenges all over my body. 3 days later, after my friend Ken said, you got to try this thing. 3 days later, no issues with my knee, my hip, my shoulder, my neck, my back. I was like, what in the world is this? How does this thing work? I still had some stiffness in my neck. I couldn't turn my neck all the way. Within about 5 to 6 weeks, my neck was completely mobile, had no problems with my knee. I haven't been back to chiropractor in like 20 months. So it's been over 18 months and it's been absolutely game changing. I'll never forget the lightning bolt moment that I saw a bunch of videos and read more about it and went, oh my goodness, this is real. There's a real technology. It's really helping people. And now we have business in, I don't even know, 23, 24 countries around the world. Literally got thousands of people on our team. And more importantly, we want to share this with everybody because we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. We've been able to help people with every kind of ailment imaginable. I can name a bunch of them. We're going to talk about that. But today, the biggest thing we're going to do is share this with you, and then so you can share with others and let them know this is available. So one of the first things that we took a look at specifically was actually, who was the inventor? How did this start? Well, how did this product come about? Found out that David Schmidt actually started working with the Navy SEALs and the Navy submariners, working on ways to help them elevate their energy over 20 years ago, basically help them with critical missions where they were on basically these 36-hour critical missions, and said, if we could create a wearable technology, something they could wear that would help them, and he did. Then he started working with U.S. Olympic athletes and working with all these kind of people. And Lilly grew from there to the point where he's got over 130 patents. He's a scientist and an inventor, specializing in age reversing. Thank God for people like this, right? I mean, specializing in helping us to become younger. In 2008, focuses his attention on stem cell research. And that is what we're going to talk about today. This one product got launched back in 2019, and Lilly has been taking the world by storm, went from a $20 million company to $430 million last year. But basically it took 10 years and $4.5 million worth of research and development to come up with just this one patch. So talk about perseverance and people that say have stick-to-itiveness to actually say, you know what, I'm going to continue going until I find a solution. And because of the solution, people's lives are changing around the world.
So it is a patented technology. My background is law. So I have a number of my colleagues that actually specialized in in patents and registering patents. And the thing is with a patent, now we don't have one, maybe you have one, and so you know better than we do, that it takes a lot of time, a lot of research, and a lot of money to register a patent. This patent was registered in July of 2020. It is 31 pages long. You can actually find it on the product website. This is it, info.com. If you go there and you have a night where you feel, hey, you know what, I'd like to read through this, you're more than welcome to do that. But it's you can't say certain things in a patent. You can't make certain factual statements without proving that in fact those things are legitimate and they actually do happen. So just this particular excerpt out of this patent reads, embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide. We're hearing from a lot of personal trainers, people in the medical field as well, that peptides are really important, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants. I mean, for any of you who are health coaches or you've been involved in health and wellness, we know that it's important, to eat stuff that elevates the antioxidants in our body. Reduction in inflammation, that is a big one. Management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production. If I had to ask you to raise your hands and let me know who's taking a collagen shot or collagen powder or something to do with collagen, I'm sure probably 95, at least 95%. So improved wound healing, and that's a big one. So that's just an excerpt out of this patent.
And we've experienced all of these things, not only for us, but also people we've been working with. It's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So one thing that I didn't know, maybe you know this, I found one person so far out of all the people we've talked to that actually knew that your stem cells start basically deactivating over time. You think about it, when you're a baby and you're growing and growing and growing, you have all these building blocks that are building you up and growing your body. But by the time you stop growing, what happens is stem cells start deactivating over time to the point where 30%, or basically when you're 30 years old, 50% of your stem cell activity is basically diminished. So you got half the activity that you had when you're younger. By the time you're 60, they're talking about 5 to 10% maybe based upon your lifestyle. Thus the reason for gray hair and forgetting things and memory loss and all this kind of stuff that happens, and literally aging and wrinkles and everything else. Well, what if you could stop that downward escalator and actually start reversing it? That's what we're talking about. And this is what we're excited about. So this is a form of phototherapy. So again, it doesn't look like much. It looks like a 5 rand coin. To me, it looks like a communion wafer. I kind of joke about it, but it looks like it's basically got these organic nanocrystals. You can kind of see them in there. And what it is basically it reflects our own body's heat and light to basically activate. So our body's heat and light hit the patch and reflect back into our body, activate these GHK copper peptides that actually activate our stem cells. GHK copper peptides, over 140 case studies you can find on This Is It info that are in PubMed.gov that talk about what they call the holy grail of anti-aging. So it's the same way if we go out in the sun actually hits our skin, the rays from the sun hit our skin, interacts with our body and elevates things in our body, like vitamin D. A lot of people think that vitamin D comes from the sun. Well, it's not pushing out vitamin D. It's pushing out a frequency of light that basically interacts with our skin. So it's healthy to go outside. So it's not, I just tell people don't go out for long periods of time because you're going to come burnt crispy bacon, right? But if you go out for short periods of time, it's actually very healthy. The difference on this too is that it's non-transdermal. Nothing from the patch goes in your body. You could wear it on the outside of a shirt if you really wanted to. Our own body heat and light go out several inches. So there's no drugs, there's no chemicals, no stimulants. It's non-invasive. And that's what I love about it, because I was looking at getting stem cell injections and all kinds of stuff. This it's non-invasive whatsoever. It can be used by anyone.
And we just need to give the disclosure that Lifewave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition.
Absolutely.
So this is a topography map of a 77-year-old woman, and David Schmidt wanted to test inflammation in the brain, and he asked her to please place the patch on the back of her neck, stay hydrated, which is the recommendation, and obviously water with minerals and additional electrolytes. So session 1, the scan of her brain before she placed the patch on the back of her neck, lots of bright colors there, orange, reds. And David Schmidt's explanation of that is inflammation in the brain. So when there's inflammation, there's lack of brain cell activity. It's not, the cells are not functioning properly, so lack of brain coherence. Session 2, same lady, consistent, doing the same thing day in, day out. Session 2, 3 weeks later, a lot of those bright colors are no longer there. And his explanation is there's been a detox of that inflammation. So improved brain cell activity, functioning better, improved brain coherence. Session 3, just 6 weeks later, a lot of those, well, almost all, and I'd say pretty much, I can't see any bright reds and oranges there 6 weeks later. So complete turnaround, better brain coherence. The brain cells are acting better, and she's functioning better. So 6 weeks, you know, and the person that was interviewing David Schmidt when he actually presented this said, well, you know, what if she ate clean? You know, you get a lot of people, I eat greens and I drink only water and I exercise and so on, supplement. And he said, yeah, you probably could achieve that, but the same results that we show in session 3, but he said it's going to take so much longer than 6 weeks. And the other thing is, people have to then be willing to go on a green diet and to exercise.
Brain things,
I mean,
you do all these
this
different memory
woman,
things. Yep.
all she did differently was place this patch at the back of her neck, stay hydrated, and make sure she was getting minerals in her water. That's what she did. The other thing that he said, that was a scan just of her brain. If he had scanned her entire body, all her organs would have probably looked like the brain scan did at session 1.
Yeah, a lot of information. So what's interesting is there's a lot of benefits, and then we get pages and pages, but this just highlights some of the different things that people are looking for. Once again, why do people work out? They want to be better balanced. They want a better strength, better everything else. Well, this increases your strength naturally, reducing your inflammation. You just saw that from the brain scan that was there, is a massive thing, because it's really the cause. Inflammation is the cause of pretty much every disease that's out there. And then increased stamina. This is something that a lot of people are looking for a lot of people that are athletes, but just individuals that go, I just want to feel better, not be tired all the time. So increase energy and vitality. Instead of drinking all these drinks, you know, these energy drinks and popping pills and doing anything else, what if you can naturally increase your energy that gives you vitality? My wife's last name is Vitali, which means vitality, and this is basically what it's doing.
It means life.
It means life.
In Italian.
Yeah. So mental clarity is a big thing. So I had brain fog, and it was like I walked out of a cloud several weeks after using this product. I'm like going, oh my gosh, I'm thinking clearly. I used to take all kinds of different things to try to help with that. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions. Now, we've had some amazing testimonials, but for me, even when I went to the chiropractor a week later, after I canceled my appointment, and my Monday appointment, pushed it back a week, my chiropractor couldn't even adjust me. He said, you're in perfect homeostasis. He said, are you cheating on me? He couldn't believe it when I told him everything that was going on. He told me for 20 minutes, I wish I would have videotaped him, of why this works, how it's going to help people and everything else. And it's been helping people all over the world. Improvement of sleep. Maybe you want to share something about that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love to talk about this because that was my biggest take on this product. About a week and a half later, I slept. Oh my gosh, it was phenomenal. I woke up thinking, I'm ready to get up now, where I couldn't do that before, because I would go to bed and lie awake and worry about so many things, you know, worrying about my clients and their matters, and am I helping them sufficiently, you know, is it the right decision, etc. And I used to get angry at him because he would put his head on the pillow and be gone, and I'm like, no way, like, how does that happen? And I'm just so grateful that a week and a half later, and I actually have the most amazing sleep. And it's still, I mean, since we started in September of 2022, I do not have a problem, you know, at all. Even if there are concerns, my body, my mind kind of switches off, that peace of mind. And that's what happens when your brain cells actually begin to, you know, when the activity starts, the worry stops.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, and so, there's a calmness that happens. Also, one thing they talk about with increased brain activity and better sleep, you'll also dream more, which is kind of interesting. So she never used to dream, and all of a sudden she's dreaming.
I don't dream. now I have so many vivid dreams.
Yes. Yes, and you talk about lucid dreams. It's very interesting what happens when you start realizing the dream that you have. But again, improved skin appearance is another huge thing. We're going to show a lot of different pictures, but you're going to hear a little bit about someone today that's had a huge, a massive thing that's changed in their life. But achieving optimal health, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. If you like that idea, then you're at the right place with what we're talking about. So this is some of the long-term studies that are also on This Is It info. There's long-term things. Again, I tell people this is not something that's just put a few patches on and you're fixed. No, it's taking a long time to do stuff. It's going to take time to get fixed. But when you talk about reversing things and basically talking about a down escalator, stopping and reversing, going back up, where you're actually, your body's becoming healthier and healthier. The part that I didn't understand is the first few days, over 4,000 genes begin to reset. Your body goes into this reboot, just like if your computer or things bog down, what do? You reboot it. So what do? Just like my computer, if I'm like, why is this thing not working? You reboot the computer. Your body starts going into a reboot. And what's amazing is I've heard other people talking about things that reset genes like resveratrol. It's in red wine. So they're not putting that in supplements. That resets 2 genes. This reset 4,000. So just to give you an idea, you'll notice a difference. And so some people notice a difference within days. Some people take weeks. Some people it takes months, but your body starts changing. Within 6 weeks, we saw that brain becomes balanced. We help people with all kinds of different issues in regards to brain issues and stuff like that. Within 3 months, collagen levels increased. Now, to me, some people say, well, I'm going to try it for a week and see how it works. I'm like, okay, then you're not going to experience all of these things. So, but within 6 months, this is the big one. Heart reverses in age. We've got so many testimonials of people talking about having heart conditions, different things. I mean, we're talking about severe, literally people needing open heart surgery that don't need that anymore. So, I mean, we're talking crazy things. But the studies they've done, they said within 6 months, your heart reverses age an average of 8 years. Now, I'm 53. I usually, 2 years ago, I felt like I was in my 60s, probably going in my 70s. Now I'm feeling like in my 30s, going in my 20s. I feel phenomenal. So when David Schmidt talks about it, he said, this is not anti-aging, it's age reversing. It's a fact. And it's pretty amazing how they can do it scientifically.
So how you wear the patch, you wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. And you throw the patch away and you wear another patch the following day. So when you get your product, it comes in an envelope like this, and there are 30 of these in the envelope, so one for every day. And then you just keep repeating it and be consistent. The whole thing is to be consistent and drink lots of good water. So you don't want to drink reverse osmosis where all the minerals have been removed.
It's okay if you drink it, you just got to add minerals to
the
it.
minerals back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, take the patch off, throw it out, just repeat. We talk about drinking, lots of good water, but the other parts of that is also, like I said, being consistent. We recommend wearing it during the day. You can put it anywhere in your body. If you have a shoulder issue, you can put it right there. Your body's, when the stem cells become rejuvenated and activated, they know where to go. So just the same way, if I broke my arm, the stem cells go, oh, let's fix this, let's fix this, let's fix the bone, let's fix the marrow, let's fix the tissue, let's fix the muscle, everything else, right? So what happens in that is your body knows what to do. But the preferred places, once again, it's a C7. If you reach back on the back of your neck, that's basically, you feel a bump there. That's where your central nervous system connects to the rest of your body. That's a preferred place. So the testimonials are amazing. And again, we could go through a lot of these, but here's a doctor that actually is actually up in Tampa. He actually is a facial plastic surgeon, uses eyelids and uses lasers to basically help with eyelids and facial plastic surgery. When he heard about this, he said, I bet with the wound healing, it's really going to help people recover quicker. Well, it did. They started using it after that. Now he uses it 30 days prior to actually doing the procedure, because people, once again, would take normally 5 to 7 weeks for recovery. Now it takes 7 to 10 days. Mm-hmm. We're seeing this across the board with so many other people. Another person's on our site is Dr. Leland Stillman, who actually is an expert in phototherapy or expert in light therapy. He's got hundreds of thousands of equipment. He's like, what can this little tiny patch do? Then he realized, he goes, this is low-level therapy for a long period of time, for 12 hours a day, every day. With the machines he uses, it's high-level therapy or high-level light therapy, basically for 15 to 30 minutes at a time. So he said, I bet if we use a conjunction, we'll get better results. Oh my goodness, you should watch the video. He talks about the phenomenal results they're getting from utilizing this with all his patients. So now both of them are like every single patient they have utilize this product. And now there's hundreds and thousands of doctors that are utilizing this product for their patients, and they're loving it. So this is an example of a young lady that said, you know what, I'm looking older and I don't like the idea of looking older. So she started taking pictures of herself on day one, what she looked like. You can kind of see the baggage and some of the other ways she looks and the drooping things that happen. Well, again, within 42 days, looks younger. Within a year, she looks like a younger sister. Well, to me, this is what she looks like now. Now, again, if you don't notice a difference on that, this will help with your eyesight as well. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, so literally, people's lives are changing. I wish we would have done the same thing. My hair's darker now. My hair's thicker. I used to have a bald spot back here. I don't have that. It's like, thank you, Lord, for all the ways this helps improve. Here's a gentleman that Lily was working in the rafters, fell through the ceiling, broke 6 ribs, punctured his lung, talking about extreme discomfort. I got another word for that. But again, expected recovery, minimum of 6 weeks. Look at the time date here, the 17th. That's 13-day difference. He was was back to work within 3 weeks. Now, we've had other people that have been using the patch for a while, and they've had the same thing happen. And literally 10 days later, they're a different person. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, completely recovered. It's pretty amazing what happens. But again, you talk about people that have skin conditions. We talked about, once again, improvements of hair, skin, and nails. I had to cut my nails the other day again. It's like a weekly, I got to cut my nails. It's just amazing how your body starts growing and things like that. It's a pretty awesome. But look at what's like today. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Another gentleman here, here's a guy. I mean, I talk about baggage. He had some serious baggage, right? But you look at over time, once again, didn't happen overnight, but you look now. I mean, it's amazing what happens long term. So people say, well, do I have to wear this all the time? I'm like, I am. You don't have to. You can keep going down the down escalator. Mine's going back up and I'm enjoying it. So I'm enjoying the ride. So we do have someone, and hopefully she is on here. So Clementine.
So Clementine.
There she is. Yes, she is
can
on.
unmute and
Yes.
join us. And
we would love to hear. So we had actually Gary Burke, who's down in Miami, told us about how your life has changed a little bit recently. So if you'd love to share, we would love to hear more about that.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. It's basically my husband, not so much myself. I was introduced to the X39 through Gary Bird. Gary Bird just texted me some information, told me, he shared the testimonies with me. My husband was at a desperate point. He wanted the patches right away to try to see what was going to happen. He started using the patch on a Thursday evening. Gary told him, don't put it on at night because you need to do it the next day. But he was so desperate, he wanted to try. So I said, okay, let's do it Friday morning. He did it Friday morning. Saturday morning, my husband got up and he shook himself. Because I said, how do you feel? He shook himself. He had a stroke, by the way, in October last year. So it affected his left side. His left arm, he's not able to raise. He can't raise it as high as to his breast. And the leg, he's walking. But he got up on Saturday morning and he told me, he said, I feel good. I don't have any back pain because he had back surgery. So I'm like, yeah, are you joking? I thought it was a joke. He said, no, I feel good. The following day, his vision changed. He said, everything looked so clear. I could see so much brighter and clear. Then I decided to put the ice wave patch on him because of the shoulder. He has severe arthritis in the left shoulder. He has a tear in the shoulder. After putting the patch on, my husband Tyrone was able to raise that arm with the help of the other hand up to his head. So he's experiencing so many miracles in his body. He got up day before yesterday. He said, I feel like a new man. He said, I feel brand new. And he's sitting right here with me while I'm telling this, but X39 has worked wonders in my husband, and I'm so very happy. We're looking for more things to happen in our bodies and with family and friends. And I just want to say thank you all. Keep doing what you're doing because I'm motivated to do this, even with my family and friends. I've tried some and now they're talking. So I'm waiting, but I love this product. And I thank you all so very much for inviting me in to share this testimony about Tyrone, my husband, and myself. Also, I had carpal tunnel. The doctor said I couldn't make a fist. I can make a fist.
Wow.
That's
I'm
amazing.
making a fist. Yes, I couldn't do this. And at the meeting one night, I was playing with my hand in my lap and I realized something happened. What happened here? And I showed Gary, look, I can make a fist. That is a miracle in itself.
Wow.
The little things that X39 can do, I am so elated. I tell you, thank you guys so very much.
That is amazing. That is awesome. So this is the
Wow,
first
wow,
time hearing
wow.
this. We heard from Gary. He told us kind of what was going on. I thought it was you yourself, but it was actually obviously your husband, but also for yourself. That is phenomenal. And this is the reason why we share. And that
Praise
is
God.
that's
That's
exactly
awesome.
what it is. And
Yeah.
our bodies are meant to heal. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You break
Yes.
something, you cut something, our body's meant to heal, but there's blockages. And so what happens is that Lily, I was talking to a chiropractor who said that once you remove the interference, it's amazing how our bodies are meant to heal. It's the same thing. We live right off I-75 here, and you get on I-75, you get into this traffic, but as soon as you get past the interference, it's basically you can go full throttle. So you're going to experience even more. We're claiming that in Jesus' name. You're going to continue
I believe that.
more
I
and more
receive
and
it.
more and more. So we'll be here.
Yeah.
Yes,
round
and
two.
my sleep has gotten, oh my God, my sleep is so much better. He's even saying it now. His sleep is even better. I mean, we're experiencing things day after day after day, and we've only been using the patch now a little over a week.
Praise God.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow, wow,
It's
wow.
amazing.
I was going to ask you how
Yes.
long. That's amazing.
Yeah. And
So-
Clementine, we see you on fire because
Yes.
you're talking to
Yeah.
everybody. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Are you going to keep this a secret?
Oh no, I already shared it with a few people that have knee problems, and they couldn't believe it. They're like, I don't have knee pain. I don't have knee pain, and they're shaking their leg and moving, and I say it's in the patch. It's in the patch, and God allowed us to get access to this. So I'm so happy. I am so happy, but I will not keep it to myself. No.
Yes.
Keep
Yeah.
keep sharing because we're changing
Thank
lives.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
getting
you.
on and sharing that. And again, we just need to keep on sharing testimonies. Every time we talk to people about this, I get emotional. I get excited. I get excited.
Yeah.
So the only thing I say is because we don't know whose lives are going to change. And so the biggest part to this is, again, thank you again for sharing. So I'm going to go back to the
You're welcome.
sharing the more. We could spend hours, literally hours, presenting just the testimonials. And we do recommend, again, going to the website, thisisitinfo.com. When you go to the website, look at all the different product information, look at the studies, look at the doctor's testimonials, everything else. But also at the very top, when you click at the very top, you can hit testimonials. It's got all these different testimonials, and they're looking for more and more testimonials because they're like, hey, there's hundreds of thousands of people around the world whose lives are changing. And they say, hey, let's just capture some of these and actually to have people talk about where they were, what's going on now, and why they're excited about this product. So definitely go there to take a look at that. So again, we're literally done with actually the product part. We want to talk more about the opportunity now. So if you just wanted to learn about the product, you're free to go. But I'd recommend sticking on for learning how we are sharing this and how lives are changing, because everybody has different reasons on why they're interested in obviously maybe sharing this. And again, same thing with Clementine. She goes, I can't stop sharing this. That's like us. We can't stop talking about it. It's so many times I can't tell you when I'm driving and I'm seeing someone walk with a walker. I just feel like pulling the car over and basically talking to them, say, are you familiar with this? Because we just want to help people. But a lot of times people say, well, if I could make money by sharing this, that would be awesome. That was us. We said, heck, if we can also, supplement our income and help make some money. And I didn't realize that, of course, for me, the number one thing was freedom to get out of my job. I was very good at what I did, made a very good 6-figure income, had a good lifestyle, but literally was being pulled like a leash being pulled around saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. I don't like that. That's just me. I've always been an entrepreneur. So literally 14 months later, we replaced that income and I walked into the land of living. Guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be throwing a lot of freedom parties this year, next year, the year after, helping people become financially independent. Because people say, I want time with my family. I want to spend just time to do what I want to do. And not have, I used to do Monday morning meetings, used to drive me nuts. Now I love Monday mornings. In fact, people get stressed. I said some of the most people are stressed on Monday mornings and Sunday nights because they're thinking about work. What if you didn't have to? Right? Someone asked me that, my son-in-law asked me the other day, he goes, what's it like to be free like that? And I tried to describe it. I said, it is the most awesome feeling. The best way I can try to describe it is when you go on like a 2-week vacation, like a long vacation, and you're there for the first day. And usually when the second, third day kind of kicks in and you're kind of in relaxation mode, well, that's your life. Now, again, people are also looking for security. They say, I want to have extra money just in case something happens. People say, I like to travel. It's amazing. We're going to be talking about this in a little bit about if you like the idea of free travel, they give you free incentive trips. We just qualified for a 4th free incentive trip so far this year, just this year. So once again, better health, less debt. I want to eliminate debt. Us and working with Steve and Gina Merritt, our goal is to help everybody get debt free. ASAP, get debt free, so no a nuisance of any kind of a leash whatsoever. So you want to talk about the company?
So the company, when we got involved, we didn't know anything about Lifewave, okay? But this year, Lifewave will be 20 years. They're celebrating their 20th anniversary. And they've grown from 20 million and closed at 430 million last year. They predicted to close at about around the 700 million mark, and next year to be $1 billion US, $1 billion company. Okay. So the thing is, we looked at these numbers and we're like 20 million to 430 million in what, like 2 years? And we're like, wow, something's on here. And so we're like, we don't want to miss this boat. We're getting on board. Open in over 75 countries, and it's not a Me Too product. And by that we mean, when we share, or we support a lot of small businesses. A lot of our friends are involved in small business, and
networks, and
they're selling skincare or supplements or shakes, weight loss. And if they're sharing something with me, like a supplement, I'm probably going to look at what I'm using already. And more than often, I'm kind of loyal to my thing because I feel great. It's been working for me. So with this product, we're not getting the response of, well, I can get mine from Dischem, or I can get mine from CVS.
Or Amazon
or Amazon or something like that. And we're getting like, oh my gosh, no, stem cells? I've heard something about stem cells. I know they're good for you, but where do I get this? Where do I get the product? And so that's the wonderful thing, is nobody else has this. No. Nobody else has this.
Yeah. And we need to make people aware of it. And that's the biggest part to this. So the company itself is now the #1 momentum ranked company in the world as far as developing networking companies. So when we talk about a network and growing teams of people, this is the fastest growing company in the world. There's a company out there also with Direct Sales News actually talked about that. And they won the Global Bravo Award, they call it. And literally it's all these thousands of companies that are part of, this networking or basically they're doing the same type of thing, but selling different products. Direct sales, we're going to call it.
Sales
literally, they take the last 4 years and they said for a company like Lifewave, that's a 20-year-old company, to basically win this award is unheard of. They said 99% of the time is a company that's a startup because they grow the quickest their first 4 years if they last. And so what's interesting is having the company be 20 years old and have this award. This is Steve and Gina Mayer, who've actually put together a team. The last thing I heard was they have about 175,000 people on their team in less than 2 years. This was a gathering we had actually at our church in Tampa. It's not a church, it's actually a function that they did called This Is It convention that they did. And so when we had the conference there, it was amazing. It was absolutely phenomenal. Here's David Schmidt, the owner, Meredith Burkich, who's actually the president of the company. They were there, and it was just an amazing event. And so Steve and Gina are doing that event again in Orlando actually next month. And we're bringing as many people, as we possibly can. So the company is basically the growth they had in 2023 has been growing and growing and growing. Well, look at the growth of our team. This blue line is our team. We're actually growing faster than that because we're the #1 team within Lifewave. So the This Is It team is the #1 team in the whole company. So if you understand the #1 company, we're like the #1 team in the world. If you like being a part of a championship team, I'm always thinking of what they call the Open, I always think of the US Open, what do they call it again? I'm not a soccer fan or rugby, what do they call it again? World Cup, there we go. If you like to be the World Cup champion, I always say the Super Bowl champs, that's our team. If you want to be part of that team, this is the team you want to be a part of. So how we make the money is very simple, it really is. There's 4 ways we earn money in the business. The one way is actually by building teams of people. And this is what we love because if we can spread the word and they spread the word and they spread the word, I think you'll like the idea of this. And someone said, J. Paul Getty was the first US billionaire. And he said, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. So what we do is we build teams. So in this case, what we do is get people registered in the business as a brand partner. And it's as easy as knowing 4 people to go manager. So as you become a brand partner, you want to be at what's called the gold level and above. We'll explain that. But then you help 2 people bring 2 people in, silver and above on the right and 2 on the left. This becomes the building block. If you think about building a wall or building a building or building anything else, if you got the same size bricks and you put them the right way, it becomes a very solid thing. So once again, you got the people that are basically we're putting together, but then there's a mortar, there's a system that basically holds everything together. So just by doing this, you basically can make up to $1,500 a week. If we help this person here that says, I got big dreams, I got goals, can I become a manager? Great. We help this person do the same thing and we do the same thing for them, help them find 2 and find 2. Now you're going to find more than that. There's no limitation, but this is basically duplicating this over and over and over. When you become a manager on this side and manager on this side, you can make up to $2,500. And then a director on this side, you become a director on this side, you become a senior director, $3,500. It just goes on and on and on to the point where you can make up to $25,000 a week. Now, again, this is huge money. It's limited, but it's $1.3 million limit. Not a bad limit, right? So what happens though is that by you doing this, making 1,500, we just duplicate this over and over. We find 2 managers, you become a director. We did that, and then we found helped 2 people become directors. We became senior director. We helped several people become senior directors. Guess what happened? We got the volume that started increasing. We became executive. When we hit executive director, we were very excited about the growth. We're like, oh my goodness, our business is booming. 6 weeks later, we hit the next level. I'm like, okay, we're in momentum. Things are growing like crazy. And now we're basically coming in this phase right here. So the person that brought us in, Ken Burke, started talking about, once again, hitting senior presidential director. We're like, oh, that's down the road for years. Now we're going to be that in a few months, which is very, very exciting. So when we help other people succeed, you in turn succeed. My whole life has changed because of this. My wife's life has changed. Our finances have changed. We're paying off debt like this. It's amazing what's going on. So if you like that idea, we want to help you do the same thing. Now, that's only one way. Another big way that this will keep you up at night is what they call an unlimited income potential matching bonus. So our goal is we get paid by helping other people succeed. So as an example, I met a young gentleman actually in South Africa named Brendan. I met him at a BNI. So once again, he's what's considered first level to us here. So basically 25%. So my goal is help Brendan do what? I want to help him make $25,000 a week. Why? Because we get 25% of that. When he makes $100 a week, we make $25. When he makes $1,000 a week, we make $250. When he makes $10,000 a week, which he will, we're going to be making $2,500 a week by helping him do that. Well, he got on a Zoom with somebody named Gary Burke, and he sponsored Gary Burke, who's down in Miami, all the way from South Africa. So from the U.S. to South Africa, back to the U.S., and Gary gets involved. So what do you think we want to help Gary do? We want to help him make $25,000 a week. So once again, why? Because we get 20% of that. Brenda will be very happy because he gets 25%. Now we got Clementine. We want to help Clementine do what? We want to help her make $25,000 a week, right? But for most people, even an extra $1,000 a month makes a big impact. If you don't believe me, go to your boss this week and say, I need to make an extra $1,000 a month. Can I get a pay increase? And after he stops laughing or because thinks that you're crazy, then you realize you can through here. But what if we help you make an extra $1,000 a week? And then eventually it'd be $1,000 a day. With this program here, people are making over $100,000 a week. Some people can't think that big. We're big thinkers, and we're going to be doing that. We're helping a lot of other people all around the world do that. We're very excited about that.
It's all about team effort.
Yes.
If you see, we're talking about sharing with people,
Mhm.
and the amazing thing is it's not, the money's great, and making the $1,000 a day, $1,000 a week is great. But what is happening in the meantime? People like Clementine and her husband are getting those results in under a week.
Yeah, like a week.
Their lives are changing.
Yeah.
They're excited. They have hope. And so they can't be quiet. It's like, I mean, even if we had to pay them to be quiet, I don't think that they would be quiet.
True.
Like, how can we keep this a secret? And so the blessing is giving people hope, sharing hope with people, seeing results physically, mentally, challenges, no longer challenges, and changing their financial situation. What happens when people don't have enough money to pay bills? Yep. You worry, you don't sleep, you lie awake at night, and that causes illness. It's not good to worry. It isn't. And I think it's been proven as well. So, the whole thing is it's all round optimal, a blessing. A blessing that we have our hands on something like this. Yeah.
And the thing is, it's interesting. People are making money quicker than we've ever seen. We've made more money than we've ever have. And literally it happened quicker than we expected. So how we get started is simple. We tell people, get started, utilize the product, start sharing this with others so you can have your testimony. And the next thing you know, we'll begin the financial testimonies. So once again, the retail price is about $150 for a sleeve. So basically a 1 month supply, but we get it to everybody wholesale. By you being on here, you get it at the wholesale price. So what we want to do is help you do that. So how we do that, there's really 3 packs that we recommend. The very first pack, if someone says, I just want to try the product, I may not be interested from a business standpoint, but I just want to try the product. That's fine. I mean, we've had people that have done that, and then all of a sudden their brain cells get activated. They're like, okay, I want to build a business now. So what happens though, is that you now buy, it's basically like buying 2, getting 1 free. You now get a $99 price instead of $150. So you're still going to pay $300, but instead of getting just 2, you actually get 3. This gives you a 90-day supply, but also helps people that are like a husband and wife team. I get my own supply, she gets her own supply, and then you can just get set up on auto ship. So what we do is we get people set up on a monthly, either 1 or 2 sleeve auto ship. And what happens if you just get 1 sleeve auto ship, you basically, you can get basically as low as $99 a month, which is nice, but you can only earn up to $100 a week. You have to be at the gold level and above in order to do that. So what we usually recommend for people to do is if they really want to maximize and make as much money as they can, and we'll explain a couple different stories in a few minutes. But again, by doing this, literally by being the gold and actually 2 sleeve auto ship, I get one for myself, I get one for my wife. Literally, you can make as much money as you want. I had someone who said, they go, well, I'm single, do I have to get 2 sleeves? I'm like, if you want to maximize a compensation plan, that's not our rules, it's the company's rules. Basically, you have to be the gold level one time. You just buy this pack one time, it's not a monthly pack. So we basically said that's what you need to do. Now, we got signed up as a diamond. The reason why I said I wanted to get this in people's hands as quickly as possible. I just don't want to hand out packages or hand out patches. I said, what I want to help people do is start right. We help them get started. A product has a 30-day money-back guarantee on it. We tell people, just try it. Now, again, I would say they said 80% of the people see a significant difference from the first 30 days. 97% of the people see a significant difference in the 90 days. So we tell people, we recommend a 90-day run. But again, there's a money-back guarantee, and I don't know what companies offer those kind of guarantees, but it's amazing they can do that because they know that basically 8 out of 10 are going to see something significant. But the other parts of that is that what I said, when people did, I said, if you register today, I'll lend you a sleeve of mine. And when yours comes in, just give me one of your new ones back. And we start exchanging back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And Lily, we spent basically, it was with tax and shipping, it was $1,600 with tax and shipping, about $1,700. We got 19 sleeves, which you get the lowest price is $84 a sleeve. And we start exchanging back and forth, back and forth. 2.5 weeks later, we made our money back. Now think about that. From an investment standpoint, that's not bad. And I can't guarantee that for everybody. If you're willing to share with others and get us involved and other people involved who you're working with, and you help them share it with you, you'll be amazed how quickly things start happening. Within our first month, we made our $2,800. There's a gentleman, I just got a video I sent out to a bunch of people and said, check out this video because the guy in his first month made $5,700 his first month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, can you do that? Yes. Can people do that? Absolutely. I mean, even if you made a few $100s this next month, would it be helpful? A lot of people are like, yeah, that's my car payment or my cell phone bill or whatever it is, right? So it's a one-time purchase. We did this one time, and now we're just spending $200 a month. That's our expense. I mean, I'm like, this is the least expensive. You can't even start a lawn care business for $1,500 or $1,600. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. So this is the big part to this, is that if you understand it's something that works, get signed up, get whoever brought you on here, say, okay, I want to start using this. And if you say, hey, I know a lot of other people that have issues and challenges like you've heard today, we want to talk to them ASAP. As soon as we talk to them, guess what happens? They get blessed, you get blessed, and the business.
And everyone wins. Together, everyone achieves more. That's the acronym for team.
Yep. And so the team website that we have is thisisitteam.com.
Mm-hmm.
They give all kinds of information on here, how to build a business. It's not even password protected. So you can go on there right after this and say, I want to see the compensation plan. There's 3 videos on here. When you go onto the website, you can click on compensation plan, watch the videos, and you can learn a little bit more about all the other ways that we make money, including the incentive trips and different things like that. So there's a system that we have that literally is phenomenal. It's called the Pro system. P stands for patch. We want to expose X39 every single day. We recommend 3 people a day. That's what's recommended us. Our revisit is follow up with 3 people a day. You talk to 3 people, the next day you follow up with 3 people, the next day you talk to 3 people, and so on and so on. So you're talking to 3 people a day and follow up with 3 people a day. I don't know how long it takes for you, but I tell people, pick up the phone, talk to people, you'll be amazed at what happens, and then share the opportunity, get people on a Zoom, get one person on a Zoom on a regular basis. So that's all it is. It's 3 people, and 1. And that's what was really helping us, grow our business, and helping everybody who's doing that is growing. So there's other launch events that are going on. So once again, even tonight here in the US, there's a Zoom at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. We recommend jumping on that. Tuesday and one for those who are actually in Great Britain, it's at 8 p.m. Great Britain time. Sydney, they have their different ones basically in Queensland time, 5 a.m. Eastern. Actually, people that do it out of the US for Australia. And Australia is exploding. It's amazing what happens. Wednesday is another meeting at 8 p.m. And then Friday at 12 o'clock is a 30-minute meeting. Our friends Andy Mandy Hosier just did the one last week. Absolutely phenomenal. 30 minutes long.
That's 6 o'clock South African time.
Yes.
And it's a great time, maybe just before dinner or something. And it's half an hour, which is packed with good information. So they're not going to keep you long. And I would recommend if that's one you tie into, and then bring your friends to this Zoom every Monday. at least one new person, invite them, you will grow. You will see little by little your business start to grow.
Yeah. And so they do team trainings every Saturday. Thursday, they got Spanish. In fact, I was just talking to a guy here. He's talking to his kids in Spanish. I said, I didn't know he speak. He goes, yeah, I'm fluent in Spanish. I'm like, that's a whole nother market. That's huge, you know? And I'm like, I had no idea you spoke Spanish. So, but again, we have a YouTube channel. Go to This Is a Team YouTube channel, and you can see all these different videos and everything else. So there's also some things that are coming up. So for people here local in the US, or if you're even international, if you know people that are in Atlanta or Tulsa or Oklahoma City, or even Sarasota, we have a meeting here in Sarasota on the 29th. It's going to be a 12 o'clock meeting that they're doing from 12 to 1 Eastern time. And they're doing a team training from 1 to 3.
And it's Saturday. So
Saturday.
Jump on for South Africa, Europe. It's going to be training. We are going to be there live because it's in our area. And you don't want to miss it. Honestly, that's where we get the nuts and bolts to build our business strong.
Yeah. And so we're actually helping host that with Ken and Diana Burke and some other people. So the last thing I'm going to mention about is the Believe Convention. This is something that I'm going to move this out of the way because I think it's actually covering up the QR code. This is something that they have now online access where you actually, for people internationally, you want to get your ticket. The ticket price is going up. It's going to be actually where you can buy a ticket and watch it virtually. Now, again, it's going to be during Friday night, all day Saturday, US time here in Orlando, Florida. But for those of you, it's going to be recorded. You can watch it up to 45 days. We got people doing watch parties all over the place, getting people to come over the house and watch different parts of it, or even the whole thing. We're going to be there in person. If you're local, get here in person. I'm telling you right now, we were literally at the director level when we got actually at the last year's convention they had. We're now at presidential, going on to senior presidential. Josh Holdaway, who was actually, I don't think he was even a manager. He's now hitting presidential. I mean, so he's already executive hitting presidential. And if you understand that, this is where belief happens. And they talk about your drive is derived by your dream and your belief that you can have that dream. When your belief goes up, that's when things change. When you know that you know that you know this is changing lives, and you say, I'm going to talk to everything that moves, that's when things happen. You get around a bunch of other people with this experience, literally everything changes. The top leaders, there are people that are there they're making over $1 million a year, and they're going to be teaching how to do the same thing. I don't know if you'd be interested in doing that, but I know a lot of people that are. That's like us. So again,
and there's going to be a whole doctors panel as well as a professional panel. Like, how do you do, you know, how do you operate professionally and still do this on the side? It is doable.
This is a picture from last year's event. We had actually at our church, basically, we had an outdoor pavilion there, and it was hot. I mean, it was hot outside. It was in August, but it was worth every moment of every drippy sweat that we went through. It was absolutely phenomenal. Everything, the teaching was phenomenal. We learned a ton. And so I heard someone say, you know what you know. You probably already know what you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know. When you go here, you start realizing, you start learning things. You're like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And guess what happens? You start learning things, you start applying it, and things start happening. So again, the virtual tickets are available. So go to thisisitconvention.com. So really now is the time for you to move. We really encourage people, don't procrastinate. There's something called first movers advantage. When you get involved and you start building a team like this, you'll be surprised at how many people are placed underneath you. I got a person I'm sitting down with today. They've got like 12 or 1,300 people underneath them. I got someone sitting down tomorrow, same thing. They're going, how did that happen? We're building teams. We got people that are underneath them. You can take advantage. They're sitting on a gold mine, literally. This can happen with you, with or without you. If you understand how to build, you know, how to help people, you're going to love this. If you like the idea of helping people, we'll help you to help as many people as we possibly can. So that's it for this part here. I'm going to stop sharing this, but again, normally we have times for questions and answers, but we got a lot of things we want to share over the next basically 15 minutes. So now I am going to share my screen and open up another thing here real quick, because we just did something yesterday. We recorded an actual meeting that we're going to recommend that you actually go to. So again, people say, well, what do I do? How do I get started? There's a team training onboarding that you can actually scan. If you pull out your phone and you scan this, it's going to pull up actually a YouTube video that's basically a 20-minute video that goes over basically what we do to help people get started. It goes over actually a sheet that we're talking about specifically on literally what to do, how to do it, where to go, where to get your questions answered, stuff like that. So it's basically a Google Doc that is put together by our team. They said, hey, we're going to put this together. If you scan this here, takes you directly to the Google Doc. If you don't have a phone, we're going to be sending this out to everybody that people are going to want to watch this and then come to our trainings that we're doing. We're going to start doing trainings here after our meetings. We want to be done with the meeting in 45 minutes so we can spend 15 minutes training people and celebrating people, because we got some people that are on here that we also want to celebrate as well. So if you want to talk about a little bit about what we're going to be talking about.
So how we actually build this business. Okay, so the first thing is you get involved, and we are going to recommend to people, like, if you can start at the gold level, that's where you want to start. If you need to start at silver, you can always upgrade to gold.
Yep.
But you need to be gold or above to hit this first rank of manager. And manager is yourself plus 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right at the silver level or above, and staying active, meaning on auto ship. Now, it's going to, sometimes you're going to need to build with more than 4 people. And I recommend, like Steve and Gina Merritt say, 20 personals on your left, 20 personals on your right, 40 people. How many of us have cell phones, and how many people's numbers are in our cell phones? But just going back to what a manager is, as long as you have 2 silvers or above on the left, 2 silvers or above on the right, and you're at the gold level and above, you are a manager. Okay, that's the first rank. And that is an important rank, because once you hit manager, all you need to do to build this business is break managers,
help other
people become managers. So like we have, and we're going to be recognizing Ingela Hundlets out of Anna Hughes' team. So Anna, she got this level done, and she then found 2 people on her team to help go manager. And then she found a 3rd person who's a silver and above on the left, and a 3rd person who's a silver and above on the right. And Anna is now a director. She's helped, together with Ingela, a few other people get the manager level done. So when you get director done, it opens you up to more money. You make money while you manager, but you make more money when you hit the director level, and so on. And then senior director is just, Anna's going to help 2 people. One's going to go director, and one's going and you can have 2 directors on the same side. So once you hit senior director, you open yourself up to more money.
Yep, exactly. And so one thing that we tell people, so the reason why I mentioned senior director too, is that once you help 2 directors, basically their senior director, that what we've seen is that's normally about $1,000 a week in residual. We don't have anybody who's a senior director that basically isn't at that point or going to be at that point very shortly, because when you start building teams like that, that's the kind of income you can expect when you start building things the right way. So we've got actually a couple different managers that we want to recognize. We recognized these people last night in the US, and we also want to recognize them internationally. So Jeff Petker is actually someone that's actually Josh Holdaway's personal, is a friend of his he had for years. Jeff was basically just interested in just, reducing some issues that he had. And then all of a sudden he basically said, I'm talking to the world. He's grown like crazy, just hit manager. Another person, Jerry Dudley, is another person that actually got a chance to meet him. He was in a car accident. He broke both his wrists in a car accident, had a severe concussion. He couldn't play basketball with his kids anymore. He was wearing wrist braces, basically had multiple surgeons' hands, and they wanted to do more surgeries. He started using the patch. He said within 3 days, he noticed, he goes, my hands feel different. He goes, they're feeling better. Within weeks, he's able to grip things. He's able to open jars. He now goes golfing multiple times. He hadn't golfed in years. Talking about a game changer. He said, I'm talking to everything that moves, and Lily became a manager. And then once again, if you want to have
Anna, if you want to unmute, I believe you're on here. Just to congratulate Ingela Handlet.
There we are. Yes,
you are.
congratulations. Yes.
Hey, how are you?
Hello. I'm in a garden. I have a guest here, a client that's here. So I just popped in to say congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to congratulate Ingela for doing such wonderful work. She's just been flying and connecting, talking to people, and we've been helping each other out. So she is a great support for me as well. So I want to thank her for being there for me. And I mean, she's just doing it with a very sage approach, caring for people, and seeing the purpose of helping others. And that's what's made her success, and keeping at it. Yeah.
Keeping at it. That's
Absolutely.
good. So congratulations,
Yes.
Angela.
Absolutely.
And the next thing is director, right?
Yep. And we'll
So-
help her do that too. So yeah, and that's the whole thing. If you like
Exactly.
creative helping people, that's what
And-
we want to do.
And Anna, thanks for being a great leader.
Yes.
You know, when
Thank
you're a
you.
leader, you actually work with your team and you create other leaders. You raise
Yes.
them up to become like you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, exactly.
Endless-
I mean, it keeps going.
Yeah.
You know, it's like waves, and it just keeps going from one person to the other. So I've got so much inspiration from you.
Yeah.
And I pass it on to everybody. So that's how we do it. There's no other way than just learning from the best and then keep going. What's working is working. So
Yeah.
why create something different?
And Angela is from Sweden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But also
Good.
in Spain. Part of the year she lives in Spain as well as me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We were
Okay.
she said from Sweden, so I put it in there for the guys in the US and just realized that we're have a lot of international growth is happening too. So
Congratulations.
yes,
Yeah.
Well
absolutely.
done.
That's
Well done.
fantastic.
Yeah. So happy to work with you and with Ingela. It's so fun. So much fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And that is the part we talk about having fun. So yesterday we were talking about, again, also the part of the actual trips. There's incentive trips that they do. So they have one coming up that literally we've had 4 different trips so far this year. The last one we just qualified for is a Greek cruise. We're going to be going to the Greek cruise, and we're so excited about that. We're going to talk to some people individually about some other things, and we're going to do some side trips, which is kind of cool.
Just quickly. So I
yes.
have Robin Saunders has asked us please to go back quickly to that QR code.
Okay. So which one?
So
well, this is the one for the people who want the QR code for the video. We're going to start sharing this with everybody. There's an onboarding video. It's about 20 minutes long that goes through basically the next one, which is so pull out your phones and then just take it. Basically, when you pull your phone up and you basically get your camera on, a little yellow thing should come up on your phone. You just click on that. It's going to open up to that YouTube, and then you just press pause on YouTube. Don't watch it yet.
yeah,
Then the second one is actually the Google Docs. So this is what we go through specifically on the Google Docs that correlates with all the same things that are on the this is an info and this is a team. So, and again, we've got this recorded. So this will be something where we share this recording a little bit later. So those who can't get this right now, they're like, I don't have my phone on me or I'm watching on my phone. We're going to be sending this information out to everybody. But the second part to that is you can also watch the recording on a computer and then use your phone to capture it. So hopefully it makes sense.
Yeah.
Completely grabbed it. So last thing, boom, 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 is that once again, for the US, Canada, and Mexico, they're going to be going to the Hard Rock Casino Hotel in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic in November. So this facility is absolutely stunning. It's a huge, massive facility, beautiful pools. If you like the idea of free stuff, this is all inclusive. Everything's paid for. The flights are paid for. Everything taken care of. And again, when we went to Cancun, we were there with Josh and Paula and Lily. We're sitting around the same thing. It has a hibachi. So when I saw that picture of that one there, I said, oh yeah, we're going to be definitely doing that again. The rooms themselves have hot tubs. It's going to be right on the beach. Absolutely beautiful. For those who are in Europe and in South Africa, so like for Anna and her whole team that's all in Europe, guess where you get to go? Marrakesh, Morocco. I want to go to Marrakesh, Morocco. I'd really take that trip, to be honest. But again, both of them are going to be absolutely fantastic. But again, this is also going to be November 7th through 11th. So this actual incentive is already started, but we have until September 1st to hit that. The actual Marrakesh, Morocco place is stunning. This resort is absolutely beautiful, has won all kinds of awards. It's amazing. You're going to have an amazing time for everybody that's there. You imagine being here with your business partners, your friends, your family, other people you're helping qualify. This is what you want to do. That's a spa, kind of a nice little spa, I should say. So once again, the rooms are stunning. The places are great. So how we actually get to this level is basically when you hit the senior director and carry that for 6 weeks. We've already got several people that have qualified. They're already ranking senior director now since they started the contest. So as long as you carry for 6 weeks, you earn 2 tickets and 2 flight reimbursements. I think they're paying close to $1,000 per flight for people from South Africa to fly there. So it's pretty cool. So once again, but the other ways, if you can't get senior director or you're already qualified higher than that, you can earn by points. If you get 60 points, and we'll kind of explain that, not the points we earn from the actual patches, but a separate point for doing activity, or 85 points, they'll pay for 2 flights. So once again, what happens is that when you personally sponsor someone, you earn points when someone starts as a silver, someone starts as a gold, someone starts as a diamond. So, and once again, if someone actually upgrades, you earn points. If say they start as a silver and they upgrade to a gold and they upgrade down, you get points for all of those. But then when you personally rank up, if you become a manager, you get 2 points. So Ingela, you got 2 points for being a manager. One thing that rank advancements for people you personally sponsor. So obviously one thing that Anna got too, she just helped her become a manager. She gets 2 points for because of that. Or she underneath.
She gets it out. Oh, sorry. And it gets 2 points. Sorry.
Yes, that's right. So again, as you start moving up, you get that. And then again, if you stay maintained at these different levels, someone's at our door, I don't know who it is. If you stay basically a manager, every week that you're a manager, you basically get 1 point per week. If you're a director, you maintain that, you get 1 point per week. Senior director, everything else. Go ahead. I've got someone at the door real quick. And it's it's live, baby. I love it. So once again, you want to download this sheet. So once again, here's another scan for you to go to Marrakesh or go to Punta Cana, depending on, scan this QR code and literally be able to make sure when you scan this code that you actually have it set up specifically so that you basically just print it off and you can start checking off these different things and keeping track. So you want to be able to do that. So the biggest part to this, again, is to really start running for this. We have one other incentive that we decided that we want to do to motivate people over the next 4 weeks. We have another incentive that we're doing to help people. We got our guys here blowing and going like crazy.
Mowing the lawn.
Mowing the lawn, doing anything else. So once again, when you look at the idea of actually sponsoring a gold or sponsoring a diamond, we now have a additional, we call it a gold run contest for anyone who's on here. We're actually going to be able to win.
Please take note of the dates.
Yes.
Because you have to keep track
Yep.
for us.
Yep, and let us know when you sign up a gold or you sign up a diamond, let us know, and then we're keeping a tracking list because it's hard to track all these people. So when you do that, if there is a personal responsibility on your part to send it to us so we know who it is, and then we can basically put your name in there. But what happens is to keep it correlated with the contest that's going on. So if you sign up a new gold, you're actually going to have 2 entries is really what you're saying. Instead of 2 points, we're going to give you 2 entries into this drawing. If you sign up a diamond, you get 4 entries. Let's say you sign up 2 golds, you sign 2 golds, now you get 4 points. You sign up 2 diamonds, that's 8 points. So now you got 12 points or 12 entries.
12 entries.
That's actually on there. And then we're going to do the cash prize drawing on Sunday, 7/14. So again, the good news is for the people who are going to stay up for that, they're going to watch themselves win. For those who don't, maybe you'll wake up in the morning to a nice surprise.
To be $500 richer.
Yes, and that's in dollars. Yes.
Yeah.
So what happens is we're gonna have all these wheel spin things, but have your name on there. So we threw a bunch of names there, and I put someone's name in there. I put all these people's names in there, just spun it to see what would happen, make sure it works fine. And also my friend, I spelled his name wrong. It's Kemar. He was the one that popped up, and he just started the week before. So anybody can do this. So if someone even has only one, gold entry, one, 2 or 2 entries, you could still win this. So I would say sponsor a bunch of gold, sponsor diamonds. If you upgrade someone, it doesn't count as you're personally sponsored. We want to sponsor people at the gold level and above anyway. So gold and diamond anyway. So we want to help people get started right. For business builders, we tell people get started wherever they want to get started, but if we can help them, it benefits you, benefits them, and you can also win some extra cash. So that's it. We're 2 minutes over, but we wanted to share that with you because we wanted to make sure you understand this is awesome what's going on. Our business is booming. The whole company is accelerating like crazy. We're the fastest growing company in the world. We got the fastest growing team in the world that we're a part of, and we want you to be a part of it. If you love the idea of being a part of a high performance team and you love changing lives, you're at the right place at the right time with the right team, and this is it.
This is it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So God bless you guys. Thank you for jumping on. We appreciate everyone for here. Get back with the person who actually brought you to the meeting today.
And if you have any questions, please reach out to us and message us, or if you don't know our numbers, please get hold of the person that invited you to put you in touch with us, or let's get on a 3-way call. But we're here every Monday, 7 p.m. South African time, otherwise 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Okay.
Yes, but watch those videos that we just sent out, and once again, it's going to help you launch and also launch other people. So God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for being on. We appreciate you.
Yes, God bless you guys. Have an amazing day, evening, everything else. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.